Going. Well, first of all, thanks for coming on. I'm Intern Mark. It's nice to meet you guys. Um, so as you know, we're part of the 3 Count Thursday podcast every Thursday night at 8 or sometimes 9. And today we're doing something a little different. We're doing the 90-day fiance. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but why don't we go around and you guys can introduce yourselves, maybe tell people who aren't familiar.
Sorry, my internet was like down.
Yeah, mine's acting up a little too. So.
It's okay. That's all good.
Well, yeah,
you guys
I can
able to hear me
you
okay?
now.
Okay. Good.
Well, I'm Gypsy, Gypsy Mac. I'm a professional wrestler based out of the Southwest region. I work in a lot of different states out here, mostly Arizona.
Nice. I'm Ariela Nix, also known as the Answer to Your Prayers. I'm based out of New York City. I wrestle mostly up and down the Northeast coast, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you both for joining us. Ariela, I think you've been down to Pennsylvania where 3 Count Thursdays from. I think some of the guys may have actually met you live and in person, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I met a couple of them down at ACW a few times, when I was down there.
Right, okay. And Gypsy, we haven't officially had the pleasure to meet you live, but I'm sure as the other guys, I follow you on Instagram and familiar with your work.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Hopefully once I'm back from my injury, I'll coast and work
I need
a show
some
out
more
there.
competition once wrestling's back.
Yeah.
That's great. That, do you guys, have you two met before? Do you know each other at all? Or other than
No.
the internet?
No, I know of her, but we haven't met or spoken or anything like that.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. This is like the first time that we've talked. So.
Yes, nice to meet you too. 90-Day Fiancé is bringing us together.
Yeah.
Who would have, the show has such a far reach. It brought all three of us together.
Right.
That's perfect. So I guess we'll kick things off here. I made a list of things that we can talk about. First of all, for the people who aren't familiar with the show, and I'll kind of describe it. We can kind of go around, and if you guys want to add anything. Well, the show airs on TLC, the Learning Channel, I think it technically is called TLC, and it's called the 90-Day Fiancé. And kind of what it is, generally an American person is on an international dating site. They fall in love. A lot of gay person until they actually go to their country. But when they do meet the person, they have 90 days, as the title suggests, to marry them so that they can kind of start the citizenship process to bring them here into the U.S. Dominican Republic and somebody on like skirmish kind of thing. I think they call it not a skirmish, an excursion. That's what it is. But for the most part, it's an American meeting somebody online in sometimes the strangest countries. And the show's based on kind of, I guess, their meeting and trying to become a U.S. citizen. But it's a pretty good show. We'll kind of go around if you guys want to add anything to that, or you think I kind of touched on. But
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I know that the original concept is that they've met, either online, like you said, and then the person comes to the U.S. and that's when they have the 90 days to get married based off the K-1 visa. I know this current season's before the 90 days, and this is where they're meeting them in their country for the first time, and they just decide if they're going to get engaged and then file for it. And I know, like, some couples, they get married in the country that the person is from and then try to apply for the spousal visa instead to bring them to America. And I don't know, it's crazy.
I know, I've learned like so much about becoming a U.S. citizen. We're expected to learn before. I was like, oh, I know.
Yeah, I didn't even know like most people need like a visa just to come here to visit, like a tourist.
Yeah, me either. I was like, that's crazy.
I was like, oh, they can't just go on Expedia and book a trip.
Yeah, it really is very eye-opening. I mean, as much drama as there is and how silly it can be at times, you actually do learn a bit in the shows. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So,
countries and like
so you
places I'm
guys,
like didn't even know about.
Yeah.
yeah, you learn about so many different cultures. Is what I really enjoy about it. It's pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Like, it's interesting to see the different cultures and stuff.
Very exciting. Now, how did you guys kind of get hooked on the show, or how'd that come about for you? For me, believe it or not, my 74-year-old father was watching it, and he kind of got me hooked on it. I've been watching it now for probably a year. What got you guys hooked on the
My
show?
friend got me hooked on it. We went to like AC for one weekend. She was already watching it. And at that time, the original season of The Other Way was on, and we watched like a couple episodes. And then like she's like, are you watching? Like, have you caught up with it? And I was like, no. And I was like, all right, I'm going to start. So I got into it the last season where it was like the regular 90 days. And then now, since we've been in quarantine, I went back and watched all the old seasons since I've had more free time.
Oh yeah, it's very.
I've like always seen the memes. Yeah. So I've seen the memes of Ed, and I was like, what is this? Because I've never heard of it before. I don't have like cable. And then Joey Janela kept like posting about it. And I was like, well, I mean, if he's watching it, it might be good.
Yeah.
So it was on Hulu. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. And I binged like the entire 3 seasons in like 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, yeah. Hulu's great for that. I'll tell you what. I watched most of the episodes through Hulu, and yeah, it's crazy. It's so addicting.
Yeah.
So much drama. There's a lot of spin-off shows too. Have you watched any spin-off shows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen everything now. Up with like The Other Way, Before the 90 Days, Happily Ever After, The What Now.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen them all at this point. So the only thing I haven't watched was the spinoff for the Family Chantal. I didn't even know they had their own spinoff. I was like, why do they need their own show? But okay. That's the only one I haven't seen. But I'm like, all right, man, I might watch that one just for fun. But I'm like, I don't know if I need 8 episodes of just them alone.
But I'll tell you what, it's pretty good. I actually watched the Family Chantal spinoff.
Oh, did you?
You'll be pleased with it.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
It's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Gypsy, how about you?
I haven't seen all of them. I've seen Before the 90 Days. I'm finishing the last season, and I haven't even finished all of 90 Day Fiancé. I'm on the last season too, and I've seen Happily Ever After. Those are the only ones I've seen.
Gotcha. That's the majority of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to watch the family. I actually like her, but I just like her drama.
Yeah, I like her too. But I would definitely watch The Other Way before the new season premieres next week, because like a couple of the same couples are on it, and they're a mess.
Okay.
So definitely watch the Other Way in the next week or so, because I think it's coming out the 8th. So
okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it'll give you some good background. The one woman, I don't always remember their names, but I remember the situation. She wanted to marry a gentleman who was in India.
That's why you need to watch first.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can picture him, but I don't always remember names. The lady was an older lady, maybe late 50s or so, and I think he was a bit younger. But
yeah,
boy,
he's like in his 30s or
go back and
something.
watch it. Did you notice when that seems to be a common theme? There seems to usually be a pretty good age gap. I'd say maybe on half of the couples.
Have like a weird age gap. They're definitely one of them. Yeah, their story is crazy. So yeah, you have to watch their story because they're on. I can't believe they're on this new season. I'm like, wow, it's a mess. Yeah.
All right, I enjoy messes, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you got to watch it. I'll tell you, it looked like last. But yeah, it's worth checking out, Gypsy. You should get back and find them.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to check it out once I finish these 2 seasons.
So let's see. We can go through maybe couple by couple. We can talk about the current season. I think everybody Is everybody caught up on the episodes?
I'm on episode 4. I haven't finished it yet.
Uh-oh. Spoilers coming.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to. I apologize if we spoil anything for you.
It's fine if you do.
Okay.
I'm not like
it's still worth watching because I even read spoilers
I'll still watch
going into these last episodes. Yeah.
Oh boy, they had some really good cliffhangers the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can kick things off with the one of the more exciting couples. It was Darcy and Tom, or Thomas. Now, you guys might know if you some of the other seasons that Darcy had been on before with the gentleman named Jesse, and that didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a mess.
So.
Yeah. Oh, Darcy.
Yeah. So. So we can. So what do you guys think about Darcy and her twin sister, and just her drama with this season with Thomas? What are your thoughts on that?
She's a mess, and like she's just too desperate for like a ring. Like I watched like the last season of her, like when they showed like her and Tom really together, and it's like, oh well, this could be like a proposal, and like every time every conversation was like about a ring. I'm like, you don't even know this scene. Like she was so desperate for like a proposal, and like he was horrible. I'm just. I don't know. I feel like, I feel like she has a good heart, and like I hope she finds somebody, but she really needs to like not be so desperate for an engagement.
Yeah, like I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely.
Like she was blaming her poor sister for not getting an engagement.
Yeah, they're a mess together. Like they crack me up. But yeah, like her blaming her sister. It's like, no, it's you. Not that she deserved like Tom like playing her or whatever, and then like the new girl and like that meet up, and then he was like, "Did you gain weight?" I was like, "Oh no!" Especially that he used to be so fat. Like I couldn't even get over like how heavy he was in the previous season. I was like, "Oh, that's the same guy." I was shocked, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked a lot different. I can't. It was last season or this season that. When he gave Darcy she thought she was getting the engagement ring, and it was the key of the house.
Yeah.
Boy, that was something. I'll tell you what. I was just dying when that happened.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. These any of these episodes that you missed, or they're worth going back and rewatching.
Yeah.
But when poor Darcy is she's so desperate to be engaged, and she's like a square peg trying to get shoved into a round hole with some of these relationships, and it's sad.
Well, and I don't know how true it is too, but I heard that she's been on other reality TV shows. So I'm like, maybe she's just like wanting to just be on TV, because she seems like a reality girl. Yeah.
Yeah, because she knows how to cry on cue. She's crying every scene. So like, I can believe that. I haven't heard it, but
yes, I haven't heard that either. But I wouldn't doubt it, because she brings so much trauma, and she's entertaining. Obviously, as we're talking about her right now, we enjoy watching the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of feel bad for her kids in a way, especially when she was over in Europe with Thomas for those few weeks, and I don't know, her kids, I guess, are on the younger side of teenagers. Boy, they got to kind of wonder what's going on with mom, I would think.
Yeah, they know she's a mess. They got to be used to it by now.
They got to see her and her sister like in the same house. That sounds miserable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. At least I couldn't hear what you said.
Little girls live in the same house as like Darcy and the sister, so they're around.
Yeah, having to deal with both of them at the same time.
Those poor kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I don't think Stacy, Darcy's sister, I don't think she has any kids.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, Darcy's two girls, they kind of, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because they kind of seem, kind of like their mother with all the makeup, and, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But so what did you guys? What do you think about Thomas? Was Thomas's sister on? I can't remember if it was this season or the one before, when Darcy went over. She went over to England.
The current season.
Yeah, that was last season where she was in Europe and like she met the sister and stuff. And can we talk about Tom dancing salsa? Because like that blew my mind.
Yes, yes, wasn't that ridiculous?
I was like, he's not half bad, you know, especially for like an English white man. I was like,
No.
okay, maybe the sister could go.
Boy, Thomas had some moves,
right?
And Darcy got so jealous. He was so jealous of him dancing. I mean, I was kind of sad.
She don't know how to do it, so.
No, and Thomas even said that like dancing with like a beginner or somebody really is no kind of fun. And you could tell he was really having a good time with the women that knew how to dance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Darcy was a mess that day too.
Oh, she really was. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you. Did I know you said you're only up a few episodes in. Did you get to the point where Darcy and Thomas kind of sat down at dinner when he came back here to the States and things didn't go so well?
No, I didn't see that. So when you guys were kind of talking about it, I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, that argument is pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, Thomas said something you never say to a woman when he asked Darcy if she put on weight. That was a shocker.
I was like, wow, like he lost a few pounds and he got bold.
Yeah.
Just from all that salsa dancing that he was doing.
Right?
Wow, that was just. He must have been. I should take up salsa dancing if that's the case, because season. Oh boy, let's see what else. I made some notes here. All that last season when Darcy thought she was getting an engagement ring and Thomas gave her the key to her home over in England.
Yeah.
I don't think I've left that hard in a long time. That was just crazy.
Yeah, she was mad. I was like,
oh, I could imagine how pissed she is. Like, her whole thing is she wants a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, it's a nice gesture on his end, but like you said, she's just, I need a ring. She don't care about anything else. So.
Yeah, she's been in bad relationships, and she's just trying to make them work so hard. I don't understand that.
Yeah, she's desperate for love. You know, she's insecure. That's what it is. Like, she just needs to be with somebody and feels like an engagement just means so much. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I hope she does find some, but she needs to not be so desperate for it. You know.
Yeah, maybe some time by herself would do her some good.
Definitely.
For Darcy. She, the one thing that really bothers me about her is how fake she is, like physically. I'm not a fan of that. Just everything's like plastic and.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably much prettier naturally, you know. And they definitely went to the same surgeon because they still look just so.
Yes.
Hey, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not my thing.
Yeah.
But, obviously, it's hers.
I do respect her outfit choices, though. I like her like knee-high boots. Like, they're cute.
Yeah, she can dress her ass up. That's for sure.
I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, isn't she? Doesn't she own like a fashion company or something like that? I want to say.
I don't know anything about her career.
Yeah, I think she works in like a boutique or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Okay.
She must be doing well to own a pretty good sized house in Connecticut, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you guys want anything else you want to touch on with Darcy and Thomas? I
have one thing, but I feel bad if she hasn't seen it yet. But
Should I plug my ears?
Okay, the only thing I'm going to say is I believe she went and got the letter and taped it back together. That's all I'm going to say.
How how
You know
could
she
you
said
not?
that
How
shit.
could you the rest of your life? I would have. I absolutely would have taped it together.
Yeah, you know she did once the cameras went off. So yeah,
Now I'm
that's all I'm
gonna
gonna
have to
say.
see what this is
Boy,
about.
Yes, you gotta catch up with it. This season's been crazy.
You
Like,
I think it's probably the best season they've had with the people on there. I think it's the best one yet, in my opinion.
it's definitely the most entertaining. Like, there was not one couple that I feel like I was rooting for. They were just like all awful. I'm like, I hate you all, but you're
Yeah.
entertaining me. You know, it's like none of them that I believed in, but it was just like,
Um,
okay, this makes for good reality TV. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it really is so entertaining. And it's ridiculous you get so invested into these couples and their drama. But that, I mean, it's doing what it's designed to do. It's entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anything else you want to touch on, and we can move on to the next couple? Any final thoughts on Darcy and Thomas?
No,
No,
we
we're
can move
good.
on, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. Next one I had was Ash from Australia, and is it Avery?
Oh God.
We'll kind of go around. What are your thoughts, just in general, on Ash and Avery? Then we can dig in a little bit.
I just have the whole relationship seminar, like the episode where they actually filmed him doing one and how bad it was. I was like, oh my God, I hope those girls get a refund.
That was
And it was going around the internet that he actually stole, that he's basically plagiarizing some other relationship coach and using it as his own. So I was like, that explains it. Like he couldn't even memorize it properly. So,
yeah. That boy, that was embarrassing. I
mm-hmm.
felt bad for him.
Nah. And then how like
Yeah, that,
hurt he was
And
after.
Gypsy, have you caught that? Yeah, his ego was bruised for sure. Have you caught that episode, Gypsy, with when Ash was kind of doing his motivational speech? Or
no, I
uh,
guess
I
not.
guess seminar, I guess you could say what it was.
Yeah, you got a lot of catching up, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's really bad.
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't want to give away. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I think you'll still be entertained. But yeah, get ready. That's something. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Now, even before Avery flew down to Australia, if I'm not mistaken, she said they had broken up like 4 times. Does that sound accurate? Do you remember that?
Yeah, she did say they broke up like 3 times or something like that. They only been together like 9 months. I'm like, geez.
Like every other month they just break up.
That's crazy.
Exactly. One per quarter, I
Yeah,
guess.
isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why you would try to force a relationship like that, especially something that's so long distance.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I don't know.
It's just bizarre. Let's see. And being Ash being a professional relationship coach, I mean, you talk about an advantage. And Avery brought it up several times that he can really just kind of say, whatever he thinks he needs to say to kind of keep her going along here. That would be a really tough position to be put in.
Yeah. That's why I guess she wanted to meet him in person to feel him out and see if he's just really, like saying whatever or if he actually means it. And I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and then the other thing was really weird, and I'm sure you didn't see this part yet, Gypsy, but she was talking, she was really pushing to meet Ash's ex-wife. Isn't that the most bizarre thing you ever heard about anybody in a relationship wanting to meet the ex-wife?
I mean, especially because if they didn't have a kid, then it would be kind of weird. But remember, the plan was going to move with him to America. So like as a woman, I would want at least the ex-wife to feel like, okay, I feel comfortable enough with you, my child being around you. You know what I mean? Like And I guess just as her as a mother too, like, you know, if your ex is dating somebody else and he's bringing the child around this person, like, I want to know who that is, like, who's around my kid. And, you know, as a woman, I can understand that. I don't have kids personally, but I know I would feel the same way type of thing. So I can respect that, you know, especially like I said, the plan was that the kid was going to move to America with him. So it's like, oh, my kid's going to move literally across the world. Like, I need to know who this woman is. So I can, you know, I respect it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any thoughts on Ash and Avery so far, Gypsy?
I mean, if you've broken up that many times, I feel like you should just not try and push for it at all, especially if there's a kid involved, because I feel bad for the kids. Like, there was, what was Azin and Nicole, is that who they were?
Oh my god, they're so awful. I hate them.
Oh my
so
god, she bugged me so much. I was like,
another
don't
one.
make your daughter call him dad. I was like, what are you
She's so
doing?
desperate for like, she's another one. Ugh. But yeah, you know, and then Avery has 3 kids of her own. So it's like they both have kids and they're just back and forth all over the place. And I don't even think they're together now. So I'm just like, okay, that whole trip was yeah.
Yeah. Australia is beautiful though. I've never been there, but boy, seeing the videos in the show.
Yeah, it does look gorgeous. That's definitely a goal
now,
to get one day.
Thanks to this show, I have so many places I want to go now.
Yeah, so you just gotta do a 90-day fiancé map and just go to all the places.
Yeah. Boy, that'd be great. If you guys keep the wrestling career going, you might get paid to go there. That would be fantastic.
Right?
Yeah, that would be
a dream. Yes. Let's
get
booked out there.
It could happen.
Right?
Yeah. Boy, that'd be just wonderful. Huge perk. Let's see what else we got here. The constant fighting between Ash and Avery. I mean, once again, I don't understand why you would want to be in a relationship like that, where you just. It seems like they were fighting before they met, you know, in Australia, and of course they're fighting there. That just blows me away. Why you would even put up with that, either of them.
Yeah, I don't know, and like one thing, the main thing that bothered me with their arguing, like after the whole his seminar that went bad, and he kept saying basically that, you know, men aren't sensitive, the females are the sensitive one, and then all the arguments he's being all emotional and she's like the calm one. I'm like, you sitting here having these like stereotypes about men and women, and then you're really being the opposite. It's just like, shut up.
Wait till you see that seminar. He I'm trying to think his son. You kind of feel bad for when the kids got caught up in the middle. And he seems nice enough that he seems to like Avery. And I don't want to give away too many
I think
spoilers,
the meeting with
meeting the ex, that
went well overall, I thought, and with the son and stuff.
Yeah, the ex-wife really kind of seemed to give some insight to him that I thought was interesting into Ash. But still, yeah, it was a bit unique. And as a parent, I just don't know that I would let my kids go to the other side of the world and only see them a few months out of the year. I just don't see that happening.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was weird when Ash said that to her. Like, yeah, like, you know, the son is gonna come with him. I was like, yeah, over his mom's dead body. Like, it's like, why would the mom be okay with that? And then we find out he's not really. And understandably so. It's literally across the world.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough if you know, if you're dating somebody and the kids in the same town or a town close by or a few hours drive, but to be in a whole nother country in the other side of the world is just, I don't see that end well.
Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine being away from like my kid for that long. Because what if something happens? Like, you have to fly out. It's not like you can just drive down there.
Exactly. And like what we learned, you need like a visa just to get into America. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
She'd be struggling for 6 months just trying to get a plane ticket and like a visa just to get here. Like, God forbid something happens to the son, you know?
Oh,
So,
that would be awful.
yeah.
Especially right now, if you had with this pandemic going on, it'd be almost
It's
even more
impossible.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really would be. It'd be practically impossible to get there to see him or be there for him, which is really sad. But they're trying to make that work. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash and Avery, they weren't my favorite couple on here this season, but they were still entertaining. But any final thoughts on Ash and Avery? We can move on to another couple.
Yeah, I think we can move on. I don't have anything else.
Okay. We got. Oh boy, one of my. This might be my favorite couple. Varya from Russia, and then we had Jeffrey from I think Tennessee.
Oh my God, Jeffrey's such a
Boy.
POS. Are we allowed to curse
Boy,
on him?
oh boy. Yeah, you can.
Oh my God, he's such a piece of shit. Like, so you gotta watch.
I know.
Gypsy, you gotta catch up because these last 2 episodes.
Gypsy, I'm telling you, the last few episodes were, I think, some of the best of the entire creation of this show. The cliffhanger was so good.
Yeah, it's really
Well,
and like the fact that he's even on the show when he has like multiple criminal records. That's why he's not on the tell-all. They didn't invite him to the tell-all. And like if you notice, if you ever watch like Pillow Talk that comes on after, where like the other couples are watching, they never like critique his stuff because they try to have as minimal as possible because I guess they didn't do their job and didn't see his criminal record prior to getting him on the show. Yeah, he's like accused of like rape and like kidnapping and all.
Oh my God.
Like
crazy, like not even just crimes. Like those are like you should be in jail
like,
crimes.
Yeah, like his ex-wife has like charges against him. He was supposed to go to court, but I think it got postponed because of the pandemic. But yeah, he's like accused of like raping and kidnapping her or something crazy. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why they didn't invite him to the tell.
It really is. You can go online and look him up, and it's public record. But he has a
he's apparently
the length of my arm, and it's.
I saw online too that he posted like he's gonna have like his own. Sorry, I know we're breaking up. I saw online that he posted like a mini video that he's gonna do his own tell-all. And then like he's been bugging, like I saw one night that he was like on Instagram Live and he's like doing makeup and he's like just bugging out. I was like, oh my God. So I don't know. I think like somebody said something that like I guess like his wife is trying to get like the kids from him or something, his ex-wife. I don't know if that's true or not. But he's going through something.
Sounds like a mess.
Doing makeup and he had like a full face on. I'm like, yeah, he's crazy. Crazy. And he got 2 women fighting over him.
Oh
wow.
That...
Like
you're probably not there yet, Gypsy, but I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, you
get ready. Get
look
ready.
At the cat.
Yeah, he was crying, so I had to go get him.
Aww.
Say hi. This is Atticus.
Oh, hi, Atticus. I have a friend who has a black cat like that named Atticus too. Isn't that funny?
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
So funny because Atticus is just like a super weird, uncommon name.
I do.
That's cute.
And it did now. How did you come up with the name Atticus? Is it from To Kill a Mockingbird, or?
Yeah, I've always liked the name since I read the book when I was younger, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna name my kid Atticus, and then I don't think I'm gonna have kids at this point, so I was like, I'll name my cat Atticus.
There we go.
Yeah.
I actually have a coworker, Carrie, and she has a son who's about 1 or 2, and his name is Atticus.
Oh wow,
neat?
That's cool.
Yeah, it really is because I don't know any other person named Atticus other than the cat's not a person, but still, it's such a very unique name, and it almost always goes back to because I don't ever heard it anywhere else. But
yeah, that's the only place I've ever heard it from too.
Yeah, that'll be another podcast.
We'll have a podcast with
yeah,
Atticus
we can do a
podcast.
Atticus and to Kill a Mockingbird. We'll have to read up on that. I forgot what we were talking. Oh, we were talking about Jeffrey and Varya. I got distracted with it.
Yeah, and his criminal record.
And how crazy he is.
Yeah, he's.
And like we were saying, the stuff he's convicted of, he's an absolute felon. This is not, you know, he stole something from the Unimart or whatever
Yeah.
Yeah,
the case
no,
is.
he's
This
like,
guy, he's a
Yeah, he's a convicted felon and has more
terrible,
charges coming,
abusive.
like that he has a court date
Yeah.
for. Serious stuff. So, yeah, I don't even know how he got on TV in the first place, but
He seems like such a nice, sweet, sincere girl.
you know,
that's crazy.
yeah, these last couple episodes have been
I don't
ridiculous.
understand what she sees in him. I guess love is blind in that
Yeah,
aspect. But boy,
and I guess maybe
I
when she
was dating somebody who found out they had a criminal record, let alone a record he does. That's all bets are off. I'm done. There's no
yeah,
way.
she probably does, like, depending on when they film this, she probably doesn't even know about half of it. He only told her a small part. So, you know, who knows if she, now she
I
probably
think
knows
we have a
everything.
bad
But,
connection. And we were getting some storms here on the East Coast, but I think they moved away.
yeah, this was raining
For some
earlier
reason.
here too. So, but
Can you guys hear me okay?
yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you
All I could hear, it sounds like a robot.
Aw.
now.
Uh-oh, I think I lost everybody.
No,
Hello.
I can hear you. I was waiting for you to speak. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. We're all kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear Mark that much. Like he keeps
Yeah,
breaking
he's
up.
We
going
can
in
talk
and
about
out for me.
Atticus the cat. It's a beautiful cat, beautiful animal. Atticus is a great name.
Yep.
Atticus Finch. Oh, I'm getting some audio back, I think. Can you guys hear me okay?
Now I
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're good now for the moment.
Yeah, I can hear you. So, so Jeffrey, I think he has 2 teenage kids. At least that's kind of what it looked like in the show. But so
Yeah, he has a
Jeffrey goes
younger
all the
one
way
too. He has
to
one that I think is younger as well. I think he has 3 kids altogether. And then the one that passed away or something, like after birth or something like that too.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. That I can feel for him for.
Yeah, that's super sad.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. That's terrible. But how about and talking about how beautiful Australia was? How about Russia and the scenes from Russia? I mean, isn't that an incredible country? Just so historic and maybe a little frightening at times with what had going on there and with things. But
Yeah,
that's
there was
another one
definitely
for.
some beautiful scenery, like when they went out to like that lake or whatever and stuff. That was really nice, and it definitely has beautiful places too.
And Varya's mother in Siberia. And I don't know about you, but like growing up, when you heard about Russia and you heard about Siberia, you just thought of this like desolate, cold place like the Arctic where nobody could live.
Right.
It's really not like that, which I knew before the show, but just to see it was kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always liked the structure out in Russia of like the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful architecture and incredible. Such really think about how much history is there with Stalin and some not so good history, and it's crazy. But
Yeah.
that really would be a place to visit. So the part when so Jeffrey does obviously go over to Russia, and then I think they stayed in Russia for a little bit, then they actually went to Siberia to meet Varya's mother. Pretty interesting to say the least.
Their whole time together has been weird to say to say the least, like you said. I don't know.
The thing that kind of baffles me, I mean, Varya is a very nice, attractive young lady. I mean, and Jeffrey, I mean, he's a very fit, good-looking man for what it's worth, and other than the criminal record. But I don't understand why Varya or Jeffrey just wouldn't stay and, find love somewhere a little closer to home.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, remember that back when he got mad because like she dated somebody else that was like from America, and then like he didn't do his apartment, or she didn't finish fixing up her apartment because she thought she was moving to America, and he's like, wait, got so mad.
I forgot about that. That's right.
Right. There's so much that's happened this season. We forget what's happening.
There's so much good stuff on there. You start to miss some of it, yeah. Did you catch up to that one, Gypsy, where where Jeffrey went to Barney's apartment and there's like wires hanging and just it looked.
That's ridiculous. No, I like this season. I only know. So I barely finished the last season, and I saw most of like Darcy's, and I caught up with hers because she's crazy. Mm-hmm. And I've seen like most of like the Ed stuff, but the other like ones I wasn't paying much attention to.
Back and see.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to rewatch the other episodes and pay like closer attention.
Yeah, definitely this season, because like they're all ridiculous in their own way.
They're all toxic.
They are. Oh, sure. They're all so different, and it's unreal. Yeah. And once again, I don't want to put out too many spoilers for you, but how about when and the thing that irritated me was that Jeffrey was angry at Varia because she was talking to another American, but then Jeffrey's hiding the fact that he's a felon with this huge criminal record from her, but then he doesn't expect her to get angry. I mean, come on, are you kidding me?
Yeah, double standard, And I'm laughing at just how, like, again, with more spoilers, but like when she turns down the proposal and how butthurt he was. Oh my God.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, they're not ready to get engaged, and what a mess.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Yeah, I'm
excited for the messes.
Yeah. Should we tell her what happens after that, or should we like not spoil everything?
I'll tell you what. That's I think one of the best parts of the whole season has been Vari and Jeffrey, and I think we should at least touch on it. I feel bad about spoiling it, but I think
we talk about it because it's. Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to give you the spoilers, unfortunately. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So he had this friend, Mary, that liked him. I think they show her in the first episode, if I remember, before he leaves for Russia. And he comes back and they meet up, and they're basically, he's like, oh, maybe we should date or whatever. And then she's like, are you actually like serious about me this time? So they're kind of start dating literally the day he gets back from Russia. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, you're okay with being his second choice? Cool, whatever. Yeah. So then Vara decides like, oh, like he's not answering my calls. Like just because I didn't accept his proposal doesn't mean I wanted us to break up. So she decides to surprise him and fly to Tennessee. No. And shows up at his house, and Mary is there, and she starts yelling at Mary. She starts going.
Oh my God!
It's like some Maury Springer stuff.
That's great.
And then the last episode, it ends because, so that night, I guess, whatever the plan was before like Vara showed up, they had, Jeffrey and Mary had plans to meet up with some friends for dinner or something like that. So he's hanging out with Vara just to figure out whatever is happening with them. And then he brings her instead to the dinner with the friends. And it's like, how do you just dump, and
then, he's a mess.
Mary shows up, so we're going to see next week, like, what happens between all of them. It's been crazy. So sorry to spoil it, but it's still worth watching because it's a mess.
Yeah, I'm just like, ooh, how can someone that horrible have like two people fighting over like that's crazy.
Like both of you y'all could do that. Yeah. One of you deserve that. It's
both of them, Mary and Vari, they're very attractive. They have a lot going for them. They've been great. Varia seems to have a lot of personality. I mean, why would you want to be mixed up with a guy like that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think Vira knew like his full criminal, because he doesn't tell her everything. It doesn't seem like, and then a lot of this other stuff is new, so maybe it didn't happen yet. I don't know. But then like Mary, like how do you just okay with the second choice? She's like, oh, you're back. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you'll date me. Okay. And then he
Well,
like
poor
forgets
thing
this,
then.
and
Like,
Parker comes back. It's like,
oh no.
it's all like he is such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh,
he
Yeah.
really is, and he's loving it too. You can tell he's loving all the attention.
oh yeah, for sure.
And I'll tell you what, the producers set that up so well. The clips, and you'll see it when
Yep.
when
You know they were there ready, like
you get to watch it.
yeah.
I love how they cut the clips to the show sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's edited so well.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna make it
Yeah.
look like everyone's throwing
Yeah.
down and there's a whole bunch of drama, but no, it wasn't that bad. Like,
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. Yeah. Boy, when they showed when Varya came, so Jeffrey came back to the U.S. He proposed, and Varya said, "Not now." She didn't say it's
Yeah.
not now. So he got so butthurt. I mean, like a child.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, and just like
Oh,
he's got his
you
little
didn't
whiny
accept
face
it, so
and,
how are we gonna be together? So like, yeah, it's over, and I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
It was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes back to the States, and I guess completely he stopped taking him, and so she comes to the U.S. The producers of the show the airport, and I think it said "Welcome to Nashville," and I about flipped when they showed Varya was in Nashville and the relationship with Mary.
It's been like 3 weeks. They said, I think the timeline.
Such good television.
It's crazy. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what?
That week when the week between when they showed Varya landing in Nashville and then until we knew what happened was one of the longest weeks of my life.
Mm-hmm. You just be itching every Sunday when it ends. Like, I can't wait for next week.
I was just on pins and needles waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then because she knocks on the door, she goes to his house, and Mary's an innocent person in all this, in my opinion. I mean, and
Yeah.
Varya didn't know what's Jeffrey's in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, she opens the door, and Jeffrey's there, and Mary's there, and the angry Russian came out, and Varya so quick, it was crazy.
Yeah, and she went off on Mary, which is like, it's not really her fault, you know what I mean? Like, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they both can do
that
better.
was not Mary's fault at all. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yep.
I'll tell you. Well, yeah, they might be my one of my most favorite couples ever, Varya and Jeffrey.
Just because they're so bad.
Drama. Yeah, not that I want to see them together, or I mean, if they're happy, that's fine, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's healthy. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hey, here's did you guys have any other thoughts or anything you want to throw out on Jeffrey and Varya?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just excited for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, get ready. And when you see it, you're gonna remember this and be like, "Hey, they told me so." It's that
but
good.
it's still like we didn't do it justice. Like, it'll still be good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
you'll
I
love
have
it.
a road trip tomorrow, so I'm just gonna watch it on my road trip. So
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, whoever's in the car with you, you're gonna get them hooked on it too. I guarantee.
yeah, I'll
you.
just blast it on the car speaker and be like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Everyone can listen.
I got
to
my
it.
dad watching it, and like my cousin-in-law, like he texts me every week cursing at me. I hate you for getting me addicted to this. And I'm like, you're gonna watch the new season. He's like, no, I'm not. It's like, yes, you are. You're gonna watch.
Yes, you are.
Make sure he watches.
I post about it every week on Facebook, and I have friends watching it now because of me. It just spreads.
Yeah. Yeah, I tweet about it every week.
Yeah. I think I saw some of your tweets about it too. I follow you on Twitter, and
yeah, that's how Matt got me on this. He was like, "You got to join us." I was like, "I'm down."
Yeah, I just to sit down and chat with you. I really was. I was looking forward to this since he said something about it. So thank you both for being here. I mean, we got a long way to go here yet, but so,
yeah, we still got a few couples to talk about. Oh man.
That's right. I I hope I'm not holding you guys up. You don't have, if anybody needs to go, we can speed things up, but
No,
we
I'm
still have
good.
a few more. Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. Good. We got, next couple I have here is another one of my favorites. I'm sure you guys too, David and Lana.
What a mind blower this has been. Ugh.
Oh, Gypsy, you are in for a treat. This is just as good as
You know what's
Jeffrey
funny?
and
I
Daria.
read spoilers about David and Lana before it aired, and I even saw clips, and I'm like, no way. And then even like watching it live, I was just like, no way, this is not really happening. So I guess we'll give you the spoiler.
Yeah.
Lana is a real person. She's
I
not
feel
being catfished. She exists, and she
spoilers
actually
on this.
shows up. She actually shows up.
I'm always excited if it's a catfish.
Yep. But she wasn't.
This had catfish. Yeah. This
Yeah.
had catfish written all over it with a capital C.
And
I don't think there's a person that was watching the show this season that didn't think this was a catfish.
right? I know. I was mind blown. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so for the people that don't know, so David's the American from Las Vegas, and Lana is a Ukrainian woman. And I guess in the Ukraine, it seems like, well, actually from previous shows, at least one woman from Ukraine that kind of more or less catfished a guy. And generally what happens is the money and they're so in love, and it's usually a catfish or just a scheme for them to get money or gifts or whatever. But boy, all signs pointed to Lana being a catfish and taking David's money, and David was happy to give it to her. But as we said, Lana showed up.
She was
He was probably surprised too.
right? Like, TLC probably hit her up like, okay, we'll pay you whatever you want. Just show up, because this dude has been stalking you for 7 years.
Like, 7 years.
Yeah, and then, like, I saw the memes, like when he hugs her, he's just like, and it's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, it was so creepy.
So creepy.
And once again, there's like maybe a 20-year age difference or so. Maybe more.
No, it's like, because she claims she's 28. She looks way older, but she says she's 28 and he's 60. So,
yeah, 30 plus years.
Yeah.
But my favorite though is when he hired the private investigator and then fired him for telling her that he scammer. He got mad. He told him what he didn't want to hear.
That was hilarious. He hires a PI. He doesn't like what the PI has to tell him and fires him. And it's all
he's yelling at the lady who's translating. She's like, I'm just here. It's so good.
It is. What do you think that?
I mean, he was right. She is real. I mean, she's probably scamming him, but you know.
What? That the translator had to just be thinking, I'm earning my money today. I don't know what they paid him.
Yeah, I don't know. He got money though, so he just be throwing, like, obviously if he can spend that much on a woman he's never met. So but oh my god, and then he's just been so desperate
in the early episodes.
What was that?
Yeah.
My other feeling, after they finally met, they had lunch or whatever, and then the next day they show him messaging her on the website again, and it's like, you finally met a person, you still get her phone number.
Yeah.
He's still
it's so good.
Oh my god,
it's so bad. I was like, wow.
I thought she soul, it seems, and he put everything, like all his being, into this woman that we didn't think was real. And then it turned out she's real, so he's got to be on cloud 9.
Yeah, he told us. He told us.
Oh, he did. He did. He was the only one that believed she was real. He was the only one.
Good for him.
I know. Absolutely.
Just mind blown. Yep. She actually.
I gotta hand it to him.
Yep. It reminds, like, a lot of people compare them to like the last season when it was Caesar and Maria, because it was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
At least he talked to her on the phone and stuff, but then she ended up being real. But I don't think he said that he ended up going out there and meeting her, but all the pictures got deleted. So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
please, boy, let me think what else with that. David had a lot of memorable spots here. Now they tried for 5. He went over there, or they were supposed to meet up 5 different times,
and she
she stood
bailed.
him up for, was it 4 or 5?
I think she bailed 4 times, and then 5th time was charm. Yep.
When he
Uh-oh, he's breaking up on us again a little bit.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. Are you back with us, Mark?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Can you guys hear me now?
Now we hear you.
Okay. It was kind of going in and out. I'm sorry. Last thing I said about the hockey game, and she couldn't meet him, but I couldn't hear anything after that.
Oh yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh, she's gonna stand him up again, but she showed up. I bet you TLC paid her. TLC paid her extra to show up just to shut him up.
They had to.
Yeah, like he even went to like her house or whatever. Like, yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah, that was so good. That was another thing.
He had supposedly an address because like he like a few years ago he said he booked like a cruise for them or something, so he needed her address, so she gave him like a fake address, which we learned later, and so he ended up going to the house of the address that she gave him, and it was like some old guy, and he's louder there. He's like, no, I'm Alex or whatever his name was.
That was so fun.
Yeah, you really gotta catch on this season. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, they had to have given her extra money or something.
Yeah, they went out her way.
They had
to. Crazy.
That was a cliffhanger too when he knocked on that door, and the door opened, and then I think went to the next week. We didn't know he was on the other side of the door. It was an old man.
I was like, he's probably
she didn't even live in that building.
Yeah, the old guy was like, I've lived here for 30 years. I've never seen her.
So good.
Oh my God, what a mess. And then when he went to the restaurant where they were supposed to meet, and then he sat there for 2 hours. He had bought a bottle of champagne, and then she never showed up. And then the owner of the restaurant kept the champagne and the flowers. She's like, yeah, this happens all the time. So I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so good. I was like, she
just nonchalantly picked up the champagne and flowers.
Yep. Yeah, I was betting money that she was Lana.
It was.
She just makes everybody go there and leave her stuff.
Oh shoot!
But nope.
Yeah. It was just like another day at the office for her. Picked up the flowers that American guy left there in the champagne.
Yep. She was like, I'm keeping them. So bad.
Well, I'm glad David.
Yeah.
He might have a happy ending.
Right.
But boy, oh boy, that was something.
Yeah.
Never saw that.
That was definitely the biggest moment, I think, of the season. Lana actually being real.
Oh. Lana was real. I went crazy here. I can't believe my neighbors don't call the cops too. I'm not a sports fan, but I'll scream at the TV about 90 Day Fiancé. Oh boy. So I don't know if we can. There's much more to say about David and Lana. Do you guys have anything else you want to add with them, or should we move on to the next our next couple? Yeah,
I guess we can move on. Yeah, we made fun of them enough. He's so gross.
He's he just got more money than he knows what to do with, and he just wants somebody young to spend it on
like
before he
when
dies.
They were like at the bowling alley, he's like, if I get a strike, will you give me a kiss? And she's like,
Yeah.
And he asked her to like stay at the hotel with him, and she was like, no.
It's terrible.
Oh man, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. We've made there. It writes itself.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I'll tell you. Now here's speaking of catfish. Next one I have up here is the Williams and Yolanda. So, what do you guys thoughts
Yolanda's
on
on
the
the wrong
Williams?
TV show.
Boy,
Yolanda
Yeah.
needs to be on Catfish, not 90 Day Fiance. Like I feel,
Yeah.
she don't know. I feel bad for her because like she's just really like I hope she's putting on for to take TV. Like they're paying her. Like just be dumb because like I just don't want to believe she's this dumb at this point. You know, like she still doesn't want to believe it,
Oh,
even though they
yeah.
fish. And then last week's episode, she finally like texted him again, and he was like, "How do I know you're the real Yolanda?" Doing back at her. I was like, "How dare he as a catfish
Then
ask her to prove her?"
he turned it around to put it back on
I
her.
can't.
Unreal. Boy, yeah.
Yeah, that whole
The
they
fun,
were a mess. But like
yeah,
what blew my mind in the beginning was that she was like, you know, he's an English guy, whatever. And then they had the scene of her talking to him on the phone, and it's clearly a Nigerian accent. And I was like, she can't. Like, how do you not know the difference between English and Nigerian?
yeah. And even the text, you can tell with some of the words are the way the English isn't perfect. I mean, that's not something that an Englishman would say. It's
Yeah. And
yeah.
he didn't
There's
know
so
what
many red
airports for her
flags.
to go to when she was trying to book the trip. He's like, what? She's like, what airport? He was like, Manchester, I think. Like, what airport? I don't
How
know.
did you know?
Like, you live in England, but you don't know the airport? Like, come
So
on now.
bad.
Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah.
she's just, you know,
Oh,
I don't know. But I'm looking forward
She
to
just,
next, like,
yeah, poor her.
so many red flags.
yeah, she needs Neve from Catfish. That's what she
Yeah,
needs.
she needs me from
Yeah,
Yeah.
even and then
Oh
like when
yeah.
when she got that
She's
email, it's like, oh, you know, send me money or whatever, or I'm gonna put like your news on the internet. And she's like,
yep.
oh, Williams was hacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound like something Williams would do. He'd never talk to me like that because he's not real.
yeah,
Yolanda, come
exactly.
on.
Oh my
He's
God. That poor
and once
girl.
again there's I think she's very much a victim because like she lost her husband not too long ago,
That's what it is
and
too. And
you feel bad for her. She's just too kind-hearted, or
exactly.
it's a shame. She's being severely taken advantage of by Williams.
Yeah, she's just really naive, and that's what I said. I'm like, I hope she's like putting on for the cameras because I like
I
she's just ridiculous at this. Yeah, even when they like reverse image search, and then she's like, "You sure?" And then what was the other thing that they did? I forgot. And she was like, "Oh, with Sweet Pussy messaged her on Instagram."
yes, yes.
Somebody named Sweet Pussy was like, "Yeah, it's him." She was like, "It's him."
The fact they said that one and bleeped it out, I was dying.
I listened to somebody else on Instagram. Yeah, it's him.
It's
Oh,
so
his
bad
phone. He
he
wanted me
can't
to
miss
tell
it.
you his phone's messed up or whatever. I forgot what the message,
No.
but basically, yeah. Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was just like, she has to be putting on for the cameras because this is just too sad now at this
oh,
point.
I hope so.
You know, like you said, she's being taken advantage of, but
Yeah,
especially
it
that she
hurts
did like
her.
the
And
accent thing really like annoyed me. Like
yeah,
they're so distinct. Like, you know.
Well, I mean, and his name's Williams with a
Yeah.
it's an S, like Williams. I'm like, no.
yeah, he's plural.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's more than
More than
one.
one of them.
many.
He's plural. And the
Yeah.
Williams.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he can't send her pictures because his camera's broke on his phone, and I tell you,
Like
it's
she
just a
should have known
shame.
those were
She
fake
just wants to
pictures
believe.
though. Those were like like legit modeling photos. Like she should have known. But
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. The guy's like completely buff and into pictures, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's really sad. And the funny thing is, she's from Vegas too, where David's from.
Yeah,
And
everybody
before
was like they could get
Lana
together
was
since they're
real,
getting catfish, but he got Lana,
yeah,
so she really
yeah,
by herself.
yeah.
You know, she probably
And
watching
then
David
I
and
think
Lana.
my brain would just she's got hope.
Yeah, she's watching David and Lana, like, that gives me hope. If Lana is real, then Williams.
Well, it worked out for David. Lana was real.
Right? Yeah, you know this is giving her false hope.
Boy,
But,
you can't make this stuff up. It's just unreal.
No.
Boy,
it's crazy.
I feel bad for her kids and trying to help her.
I do feel bad for her, though. But, like, she just needs to be, like, at this point, like, okay, there's too much proof, you know.
Yeah. She may look good in red, but there's way too many red flags for Yolanda. It's a shame.
Like you said, she's just really naive. You know, she lost her husband, so, you know, he's taking advantage of it. But I don't know. She knows now, I think. You know.
Boy.
So. Oh, well.
So I'm trying to think what else with. There wasn't a whole lot with the upcoming one. It looks like one of the kids got a private investigator to track down Williams, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually do. I don't think they do, but yeah.
This show makes me want to be a private investigator. Like,
right?
I might switch up careers. And
exactly. I like detective stuff. I should have went and studied that.
Yeah.
You can do both. It's not too late.
Right?
Yeah, true. I mean, like, I get to, like, learn everyone's drama.
Yep.
The best part about it.
Exactly.
It's so
crazy.
Not a whole lot more to say to them, I don't think, unless you guys have anything else.
Do you think Yolanda will fire the PI the way David did? Like, you're wrong. He's not a scammer. Poor Yolanda.
She'll discredit anything he says. Yeah,
you know,
I feel for her.
She's gonna be so heartbroken. But
boy, it's
a mess.
It's a shame because she put everything into this relationship or trying to make it work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys hear me? We had an audio problem again.
You're back now. Yeah, you disappeared for a second.
Okay. All right. So we'll wrap up the Williams and Yolanda there, unless you guys have anything else you want to throw on.
No, I think that was it. You know, he's a catfish. The end.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to see her on the next season of Catfish. I want Neve to get in this.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Right.
And then, so the next couple I have here is, I think, as far as I know, this is the first same-sex couple they've had on the show, which is, and Erica from Australia, of course, with the pink and purple hair.
I love her hair. It's so
she's
cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
She is. She's really. I don't know if you guys follow any of the 90 Day Fiancé people on Instagram, but her Instagram is really good.
I see her stuff sometimes. Yeah, she's like a living like Lisa Frank doll. Like she's so
she is.
Awful. Like I'm like she's like a live Lisa Frank.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, she really is one of those people. She's like so secure and willing to be herself. I mean, she's almost an inspiration to people, at least in my opinion. It's great to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Stephanie from New York, and boy, that poor girl, first of all, had so many medical conditions, and
she's probably faking all that. Like, I don't trust anything she says.
I'm starting to wonder.
She's another one that there's like she's been on multiple reality shows. Like,
oh really?
Yeah. I forget which ones I remember reading about it, but everything about her is fake. I mean, she might really be sick. I don't know, but she's awful. I can't stand her. Like, she's just
yeah. Maybe not a true catfish, but just the way she must have presented herself online.
Yeah, like she was one way, like you said, online, and then like in person, she was just a mess. You know.
You guys hear me already? I got kicked out of the meeting, but I'm back in.
Good. Okay, you're in. Yeah, we see you now.
We can hear you.
Okay, I can see it. I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Um, but yeah, I feel kind of like Stephanie was almost not a true catfish, but just the way she presented herself to Erica online is not what she got when she got to Australia. And I think that's a shame.
Yeah,
But
Stephanie just wanted to be on TV. Like, I don't believe she's a bisexual. She's
yeah,
just wanted to be on TV, and that poor girl, and just wanted a trip to Australia. Like, I don't know if TLC pays for them to go to see these people or not, but yeah, she's just the word. And then like when she was flying home, she like you're sick, you have all these medical conditions, and then you're asking the airport people, oh, do you have face masks by any chance? Like, why don't you have that if you know that you can't travel? Like, so I was just like, yeah, she's faking that too. But yeah, she's awful. But my favorite part
like
of that whole of
she
their
really
whole
is.
my favorite part though is like when Erica came out to her parents and like they were just so cool. It was just like, see, I love that. Like, you know, I know so many people that have had like issues like coming out to their family, and just to see how like cool and chill.
Nice. I'll tell
Yeah, you know, her mom already knew, but like, you know, the dad was just like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah,
you know, that was like really heartfelt and just made me feel for her.
Yeah, that's such a. It was very touching, and the father's like, okay, well, did you want any more fried rice?
Yeah, whatever.
You're
just like, okay. So yeah, that was really sweet, and
that'd be nice if that's how it
went for everybody, you know.
Yeah, that was probably a feel good moment. That was it's a shame that all parents and people can't be like that, but they so accepting of how their daughter's decisions and
yeah.
But yeah, there's in that relationship too, just doomed almost from the start. Stephanie has so much jealousy and distrust, and I don't think it's necessary. And once again, I don't want to spoil too much, but I was already on her way to the U.S. and the episodes were up too. So.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You went out for a second, but I hear you now again. But I think you broke up again.
I can hear you now too.
All right, cool.
Okay. Yeah, so and once again, Australia is beautiful. They were out there, I guess, on the coral reefs or out and diving in their cages with the sharks. I mean,
that was really cool, and just seeing like all the scenery and stuff, like when she took her like other places and stuff. Yeah, it's a beautiful continent, really, I should say.
Yeah, that's one place I've always wanted to go to.
Same. Uh-oh, he's breaking up a little bit again.
Keeps getting stuck.
We're all back now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Uh-oh.
I think it's catching up.
I got a bunch of blips here. I can't hear you guys.
Yep.
I can hear some sound now.
All right, now we hear you.
I got a video.
Yeah, I think you're back now.
I think, yeah.
Can you guys hear me again, or am I still going?
I hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you're starting to come back. It sounds like a robot, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
It's been a rough night for the connection here.
All right.
I can see you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
think his mic is on. I don't know why I can't hear him.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Now we hear you.
I need some noise.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's gone.
Where do you go now?
Right. Oh, are you back? Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, I lost audio and video, I think.
Now we can hear you again. Are you there now? Oh.
Nope. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
I think
Yep.
we're trying to get back there. I still don't have any audio or video, but I'm still connected.
No.
It works for like 2 seconds and then it stops.
Hearing little
Right.
clips of voices, and that's about it.
Yeah, you keep going in and out. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Oh my God. Yo, I hear people screaming outside my window, and I just hear
Oh,
like
no.
every other word is the F word, something. Oh Lord, these people. Wow.
I can only hear like little clips, and it sounds like a song.
Well, it sounds like we can hear you now, so hopefully that's a good sign. Oh no.
Yep.
I spoke too soon. Oh no.
Hmm.
Hello,
Hello.
Hi.
it's me.
It's you.
Not anymore.
Nope. We like see him, but
Uh-oh, I
Don't
think I'm
hear
back.
anything.
hello?
Maybe not. I still can't hear you.
Are you on a
How about
phone or
now?
on a computer? I'm trying to hear these people cursing outside.
You're just like low key, I'm kind of happy this is happening because there's drama outside.
Right. Yeah, what is this dude screaming about?
You're right on.
Okay, sucks.
We're being punked.
Yep.
I can hear voices.
We hear you now, kind of. Hello?
I can hear you loud and clear now, but I don't have any pictures of you.
Gotcha. Yeah, we don't see you either. Oh, now you see
Okay, I see you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. That went on for like 5 minutes. I can just hear I can hear like little blips, and it sounded like music.
No, I'm telling you, I hear some guy screaming outside, and like every other word is the F word, and I'm like, who is he yelling at?
Man. It was,
A mess.
oh, I'm getting video back too. I can see you guys. Oh, we're all back together.
Awesome. Okay,
Yay.
good.
Yay, that's exciting. Okay, so
All right,
sorry
next
about
couple.
that.
All right, let's get to
Yeah.
the next. Whoop.
Next one I got. How about Usman and Baby Love, Lisa?
Oh my God. Baby girl love. Another one. That's
I'm talking about a train wreck.
I'm telling you,
terrible.
if TLC wasn't there and she went like by herself with no cameras, they would have killed her by now. She
Oh,
would have
she'd
not
be
made it
gone.
out of Nigeria safely. Not with that
No.
attitude.
No,
She's
no.
lucky she got camera crews there. Otherwise, she probably would have been killed off and never heard from again.
Oh, she is awful. The funny thing is, where she's from, Lisa Baby Love, She's from York, Pennsylvania, which is about a 20-minute drive for where I'm at, and that's actually where Matt lives in York. So
you guys be hanging out with her on the weekends?
You know, we could. I'd
That's
rather
like
not.
Stephanie's not far. Stephanie like 15, 20 minutes from me. She's in Yonkers when I'm in the Bronx, so she's right near me too. I'm gonna go smack her just for being horrible.
That's funny because there's a girl that's from Albuquerque that was on one of the previous seasons of 90 Day Fiancé. So we've each had like somebody
in our area.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Man. Wow. Yeah, that Lisa is. The previous episode or previous season they had Angela and Michael. Michael was Nigerian, and Angela was another.
See, I liked Angela though. I mean, she's a hot mess, you know. But like, I liked her because she was just like, I don't care. Like, she was just like, Lisa's nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and some like she seemed kind and she wanted to make things work. Lisa's just downright nasty and mean and extremely opinionated.
Right? And then like when the last episode or like 2 episodes, she was like, yeah, I got 50 guys back in America that want to be with me. Like who? They like dudes. Because I want to see them.
They're probably all sitting in the York County prison waiting to get out. That's what's going on.
They're like, you could be my baby love too.
How about when?
I was like, she bugging. Go with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. The funny thing is, we had a joke going here in New York where Lisa's from. They do a big fair every year, the York Fair, and they bring in quite a few musical acts, and they actually get some pretty good names there. And we were joking that Usman would be playing at the York Fair one of these years coming up.
You know it. He's going to be there next year. And invite us if he is.
I'll tell you what, I swear if he's playing there, I will go, and I'll definitely let you guys know for sure.
Oh my God, I would do it.
I would absolutely go see him. I'd go see Soulja Boy. I absolutely would.
Horrible song he had, Elise.
Oh. Well, that was the video when he had the model in it was okay. It really was. It was like a regular, in my opinion, it was a fine. The video was great. It's what you expect to see, a nice, attractive young lady in a video. And then and then to put her picture at the end, that was
everybody in the
unreal.
nightclub was like, "Oh, that's her." And she's there, and they're just looking at her like,
"Yeah." She's just nasty person, just not a.
She's god awful. And then the last episode when he like finally proposes and then they're like arguing about it, she's like, "Are people like I forgot what happened?" But she's like, "Are people gonna think I'm knocked up?" And I'm like, "No, not with you. You're like 50-something years old. We know you're not." Unfortunately,
menopause kicked in, and she's
Oh God,
she's awful. And like the similarities to her and Angela and Michael, or to them and Angela and Michael, are so similar and just crazy. And but like you said with Angela, she was quote unquote trashy, but she owned it, and that was her.
Yeah,
that's true. Like
I would go hang out with Angela because she's just such a mess. Like I would go have a drink with her. Lisa, I just want to like stab in the throat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And how about Angela and Mama meeting Mama, and Mama said no, and then they had to go get Barney the goat and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, like her calling her mommy all the time was weird. Like, you want to talk to mommy? No. Like,
we gotta go talk to mommy. Yeah, that's
she said no. Calm down.
That's just creepy. Go talk to mommy.
Yeah, they got her a goat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Those cultures are crazy where you have to like get like the dowries and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's right. Like, I think was it David and Annie, and they're still together, and
he still owes it.
he does. He still owes a dowry for this.
He still owes some money to them. Yeah. I love them. I love David and Annie. They're such a mess.
They're real, and I think they'll stay together. But
like I feel like there's like I feel like from past seasons, most of the couples are genuine. Nobody on this I feel like is genuine. I don't know. This season.
You're telling me Ed isn't genuine?
Oh, did you guys see that he said he put out, like, I don't know what he said it on, but he said that he's the most authentic character or person on 90 Day Fiance, and the rest of the cast ripped him a new one.
Yeah, he is fake. I saved him and Rose for last because I think they'll be a good way to end the podcast.
I figured you were to save them for last.
Yeah, they're so entertaining.
I mean, he put the only thing I gave him is he did put the show on the map. A lot of people watched this season because they're like, "Who is this no neck guy?" And they were just like, like a lot of the wrestling people were tweeting about it, and I'm like, "How do y'all know about Ed?" And they're just like, "Yeah, we see like the GIFs and stuff like popping up of him, and they tuned in just to see who this guy is." Yep. So he brought in viewers, you know, not in a good way, I guess, but
no, well, he got eyes on the show, so.
Yeah, so
his memes are everywhere now. Like people had never.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny.
What a mess.
Oh man, he's terrible. I think what else with Usman and Baby Love? That I don't. How bad would you want to come to the United States that you would marry somebody like Lisa, who's 30 years older? Just.
Yeah, are you really that desperate for a green card? Like,
oh, yeah, and Usman's once again, nice, good-looking, fit, young man. Form in his music career, and here he is with the stereotypical ball and chain, if you will, when he gets married.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
I read it. He did an interview with somebody, and he was basically saying like at one point, like he was trying to leave her, but she kept like threatening to kill herself and stuff like that too. I was like, God. Oh, she's that type of crazy too. I'm like, oh,
that's bad. I'll tell you.
I can't wait for the tell-all. Oh,
yes.
I know they like leaked it online, and I like watched like 10 minutes of it, but it was like so much footage, like unedited. I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to go through 10 hours of footage. I'll wait until they put it on TV. But this tell-all is going to be amazing.
I can't wait. It's so good. It's shocking. God. And
everybody's just going at each other. Like, I heard it's a mess.
Remember when Angela and that girl, I can't remember her name, but she I think was a private investigator, and she was
Rebecca. Yeah,
Rebecca.
I was like, Rebecca.
Rebecca was stood up, and Rebecca was like,
I didn't realize how tall Rebecca was. Like, I was like, she got some height. Good for her.
Rebecca was. I liked Rebecca, and I think they're still together. Well, they're coming up.
Yeah, he just got to the U.S. So I don't know if they've gotten married yet, but he's here in America with her. So I was like, I like them. I think they're going to show them What Now next week or something like that.
Yeah, they were showing clips of them. They're going to be on there, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'll be interesting. But boy, when Angela wanted to square up, Rebecca was not backing down. That's some good stuff.
I want to see them. I was like, let them fight. I was so petty.
I would have been down. I would have paid.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go. I would have paid to see that. I know this is a few seasons ago. How about when Angela and Michael were trying to get pregnant, and they went to borrow an egg from Angela's daughter?
She was like, hell no.
Yeah. She was like, Angela's like, I can tote it. I just need the egg.
She got one egg left.
Her uterus was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was healthy. Yes. They did say that.
That was something I didn't need to hear or see or here we are.
Man.
Wow.
They're married now, Angela and Mike. They got married out there. Yeah. So I think like again, they're trying to get the spouse to come here instead, since he couldn't get the K1.
Michael really, he truly loves her, and I
think so. Out. Yeah, like I feel like they're a hot mess, but they're genuine. I hated that she had him in like all this Trump gear. That made me so mad, and I was just like, "That's the reason that you can't bring him over. Like, you the reason that you can't get here."
He had the MAGA hat and the T-shirt and the boxers.
He don't know nothing, so he was just like, yeah, whatever. She says that's the president. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
boy.
That had me so mad. Right.
He was all about it. He was all about Trump. It was so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, and he's the reason you can't get in this country. So
Yeah, boy, what a shame. We could do a whole podcast on that too at some point.
oh god.
I don't know if we'd want to, but we could. So
Yeah. Just cursing that man out for 2 hours straight.
oh man, we wouldn't be alone, that's for sure. There'd be a
Yeah.
lot of people going along with that.
Yeah, every day
Oh
it's just
boy.
something. He just tops himself every day.
Just when you think it's impossible to do so, he finds a way.
Yep.
But
all right, let's go back to 90 Day Fiance. And I didn't mean to break him up, but I just had to vent about Angela making Michael wear all that stuff. Rough.
So, yeah, Usman and Lisa. There's at some point I could actually cross paths with Lisa, which is the scary thing. I don't get
you
it.
gotta go find her. Just mess with her.
my dad's constantly teasing me. He's like, "Hey, there you go. Now Lisa's just over there in New York," and he just laughs and laughs and laughs.
Wow.
But yeah, there's not enough tea in China for that. I'll tell you what. I wouldn't have anything to do with her. Nothing to do with her. But yeah, so I don't know. I think we kind of touched on everything there with those two.
Yeah, pretty much. I think so.
The Soldier Boy. And once again, you can follow Usman on Instagram, Soldier Boy. He's very active on there. I don't know if Lisa is, and I don't follow her if she is, but it's kind of neat.
I think she does, but I don't follow any of them. Like I see their posts sometimes come up on like in my search feed. That's where like my whole thing is like wrestling and 90 Day Fiance that pops up in The Office.
Oh, that's
in the
great.
Explore section. It's just like that's all that comes up. I'm like, Instagram knows me.
Isn't that scary? Like
right.
our phones and our devices are absolutely listening to us.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's well then we'll kind of go on to the last couple because it's getting late. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm sure it's late here.
Yeah, it's 10:30.
We've been doing this 90 minutes. Can you believe it?
Yeah. 90 minutes for 90 Day Fiance.
yeah. How about that? Well, we'll go on the last couple and we'll wrap it up here. So, of course, the last one was arguably one of the best couples ever as far as entertainment. Big Ed, or as the internet calls him, Ed and Shoulders. And Rose.
No.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I haven't heard that.
Yep, Ed and Shoulders.
Yeah, you hate to make fun of anybody for a physical disability or physical look or whatever, but
if you're as bad as Ed, I mean,
yeah, like he's such a piece of crap that like it justifies it almost.
Yeah.
So the quick background on Ed, of course, Ed's from San Diego, if I remember correctly, and Rose Marie is over in the Philippines. Very, as you know, I'm sure, very poor country. I don't know exactly what city she's in, but
yeah, I don't remember.
She's pretty much a third world country with. At least I came across on the television, really poverty-stricken area. And Big Ed, if anybody's listening, isn't familiar with him. This guy's in his 50s. He has an adult daughter who's, I guess, in her early 20s. The girl he's seeing, Rose, is what, 19?
No, I think she's 21, 22.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's about the age of Ed's biological daughter.
Yeah, she's younger than the daughter. I don't know exactly, a couple of years. I remember that the daughter is older than her.
Yeah, that's just, in my opinion, that's creepy to begin with. But
yeah,
So Ed wasn't real forthcoming with her. Ed's extremely short. He's what 4'11", maybe, not even 5 feet tall.
He lied and said he was 5'2".
Yeah. He lied to her and said he was taller, which I think was the least of her concern.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, to pause on that, like in the last episode where like he gets back to America and his mom picks up, his mom is so adorable. But if he's 4'11", she's like 4'6", like because she came up to like his shoulders.
Yeah,
she's so little.
Yeah, they're just a petite family there. Ed's daughter, though, I think she was like probably average female height anyway.
Yeah, she looks like a regular height, I guess.
And yeah, just yeah, it was interesting. Not that she's been on a whole lot, but she,
yeah, I think she's on this week. I think he tries to like
yeah,
reconnect with her and stuff. So, but go
yeah,
ahead,
that's
continue
sad.
your story. I didn't mean to cut you, but I just wanted to talk about his mom because at least she was
Oh
adorable.
no, yeah, you're fine. And yeah, she goes to pick him up at the airport in the recent episodes here with his dog Teddy, and I did feel bad for the mom because hey, as a parent, you want your kids to do well, and if you see them suffering, it's kind of tough. And I'm sure she kind of felt his heartache with Rose, but yeah, he brought that on himself, as we'll talk about here. So he, oh, the other thing, in the early episodes, did you see Ed when he was dyeing his hair and putting mayonnaise in his hair?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what like was like the first thing that went viral with like wrestling people because they were like, "What is this guy doing?"
I'll tell you, I wonder what wrestler really started to get into this that it just spread. He said Joey Janela would
He
post
was one.
That's
memes.
how I
Me
found
too, because I
out.
swear I was sharing everything about it, and then now everybody tweets me about it.
Yeah, oh gosh, it's so good. He literally puts mayonnaise in his hair and combs it out. And
Yeah,
why would you even think of doing that? Oh,
I don't
He
know.
was
It's
trying to
supposed
make
to
himself
work though.
look younger. He
Yeah,
said
it's
it.
supposed to
Like,
make
yeah,
your hair nicer.
yeah.
I don't know.
Trying to look young. It's yeah,
at
that's
least he's
sad.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, you gotta give him that. He's trying. He's dyeing his hair. He's putting mayonnaise in it. But boy, his what he's lacking in, I guess, being honest. You can to see Rose, like we said, Rose is in that very poor village in the Philippines. Now, there's when he gets over there and meets up with Rose in the village with the family and her dad. You remember the shower? Talk about a shower scene, but it's not what you think of in a shower
Oh
scene.
my god, that was great.
I well, I think first of all, the dad was going to sleep with him, like in the bed, not like
Yeah.
sexually, but what he said, when she translated that her father wanted to sleep in the same bed with him, and it says, look, well, okay, yeah, I about fell apart here
Oh,
laughing. I was just crying.
the best meme that I saw with that, like with the showers where they all wash together, where it was like Rose is washing him, and the meme
Yes,
said it's like the
yes,
Jesus looks like he's trying to water him to grow.
yes, yes.
I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
cruel. That's
that
great.
was so good. I saw that too. I was dying.
Yeah, that was a good
Oh
one.
my
There's been a lot of
gosh.
good memes.
Yeah, and Ed is all over right now. This,
Yeah.
yeah, this boy. So, so Rose actually. So the next morning after they sleep in, well, the father ended up sleeping in the other room, but the father wanted to shower with him, which I guess kind of maybe in Philippine culture or Asian culture or whatever. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little more common, but for us, I'm sure when you heard about it, you just like your jaw hits the floor, and it's like you can't.
Yeah.
That's just gross and creepy. So, but Rose turns a hose on both of them, and they're watching with a bowl, and that was a sight too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of noteworthy moments, just like random stuff. Ugh.
So bad. And I guess also too, people that aren't familiar with Ed physically, the man really doesn't have much of a neck at all. But if you look at photos, have you seen photos of him when he was younger?
Yeah, it like he definitely had more of a neck when he was younger. I don't know what happened over time. I guess just whatever. I forget what the disease is called, but
Yeah, he kind of, yeah, which is a shame. And you hate to make fun of it, but
mhm.
for the sake of the entertainment, it's just an easy thing to pick on, I guess.
Yeah,
But boy, he just you feel bad for Rose. He buys her toothpaste and mouthwash and a toothbrush, and she is so insulted. And this is like the fourth or fifth time he's done something that insulted her.
yeah,
Oh,
that was so horrible. It was like, yeah, he bought her all that stuff, and it's kind of like your breath is bad, and she's like, I have an ulcer, duh. And
yeah.
then he was like, oh, but
Mm,
then when she's walking away, and she's like, you're ugly, like in her language, and he was like, I hope
yeah.
you God,
Yeah.
like,
He's like, I don't know what that means. Are you saying you love me? And she's
yeah.
telling that he's ugly.
Like,
Uh,
she had her moment at that end where like she just
yeah,
let him have it, because
yeah,
like, yeah, he just insulted her from day one and then lied about wanting more kids and stuff like that. And she got, she had enough.
yeah. I don't blame her. You know what? I think she really probably loved him or had feelings for him, but he just crushed her so many times. It's a shame.
Exactly. Like, she seemed like she definitely actually did care about him and actually wanted to be with, which
Mm.
is crazy. But
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
you know,
And
yeah,
with
that's tough.
her, and the other thing on this show, and it doesn't happen a whole lot, but with or just life in general, when you bring a new boyfriend or girlfriend in and you have a child already, and that child starts calling that person dad or mom or whatever it is, that doesn't sit
Yeah, I
well
don't
with
like
me.
that either. Like, yeah, like her son calling him daddy, like,
Yeah, yeah, that's a shame. Maybe
Yeah.
down the road, if things progress, they're married, and it kind of happens
mhm.
almost naturally. Okay, but hey, here's your new dad. Say hi to
Yeah,
daddy.
like from video chat, like from like that's how you know Miss Daddy. Like that's not okay.
Yeah.
No, awful. It's sad. That happened on one of the other seasons with in South. The girl, I can't remember her name, but she had a little boy, and he started calling the guy dad. I guess they're still together though, but
Which one?
still, it's kind of sad. It was a bigger girl, and she got pregnant by him, and then she had a little girl. Ronald. It was Ronald, and I can't remember her name.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The
He was the
older
gambler.
son calls him daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually kind of seem to have a bond, but still, it's kind of you feel kind of bad for the kid.
Yeah. I mean, at least
Yeah.
the kid knows that it's not like his biological,
Yeah,
And at least
yeah,
now it's like, he's very involved in the, even though that he's still in South Africa or whatever. But so that's a little bit different.
yeah. That Ronald with the gambling addiction, and
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah, what
know,
is her name? I can't think of her name now either.
I can picture her, and I cannot remember her name for some.
Yeah.
But I like her. She's really intelligent and
Mm-hmm.
seems to know what's going on. Like she's very legit.
Yeah, I like her too. I like him. He just has issues.
Yeah, and South Africa is a heck of a place. It seems like to try to raise any kids. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not the best place to be.
Yeah, no, not right now, definitely.
Yeah, that's a shame. Trying to think what else Rose and they get all the. I think one of the first times he really insulted her is when he asked her to shave her legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, if you shave your beard, I'll shave my legs.
Yeah,
And next scene, clean.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he got her all liquored up, and then things happen, and next morning he's asking her to shave her legs.
Yeah. What a mess.
Yeah, that was bad.
And then like the first thing really was that he wanted her to take like the STD and pregnancy test because she
Oh,
didn't want to
that's
talk about
right.
her
Oh,
past.
yeah.
Right.
Like I was just like, wow. And then and it's like, oh, you gonna take one? Oh yeah, I'll do it when I get back to America because I don't trust the test here. Then why is she gotta do one here? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
what a
yeah,
mess. Yeah, that was the first thing. It was just like, let it go.
yeah. Remember when that guy Paul from the U.S. was with Carini from down in South America?
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was paranoid beyond paranoid.
Oh my god, yeah, he's such a. But I think his last girlfriend got knocked up by somebody else, so his is a
Mhm.
little more understandable, but not really at the same time.
Yeah, he insulted Carini and her family so many times. Maybe not intentionally, but
He's such a weirdo.
uh,
Yeah.
Are they on the new season of Happy Ever After that's coming out?
I think so because
I
they
think
had a
they're on the
baby.
new one that's like that's starting in a couple of weeks or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're coming up, which will be nice to see because it looked like that was not ending well.
Yeah, no.
No.
But I think they're not together because I don't think he can get like a visa to stay
Mhm.
there. So I
Right,
don't know.
because he had charges in the U.S. for terroristic threats, I think it was, and then it does not
Mm-hmm.
translate those
Jesus.
crimes in
Yeah.
These
yeah,
people get on the
Right.
show.
well, yeah, makes you wonder. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. I tried to get on the show, but I wouldn't be nearly as entertaining, and I don't have any kind of criminal record, so I'd never
Right.
make it.
Yep.
And if I get mixed up with somebody like Baby Love Lisa, I no thank you.
Mm-mm. For real.
But
Do you
boy,
guys have any other favorite couples throughout the history of 90 Day Fiance?
I love Russ and Paula.
I like them
Oh,
too.
I
Yeah.
loved them. They were my favorite.
Yeah. I
yeah,
like Lauren and Alexi a lot. Like I feel like they're genuine.
Oh yeah, they were
They're
cute.
so cute
I liked them
together.
too.
yeah,
Their little baby. They just had their little baby. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. They had a little
They were
baby.
cute.
Yeah,
I hate Ashley and Jay. Like how many times has he ever cheated on her? Like he literally got on Tinder 3 days after they got married. Like, oh
Oh
Yeah,
my
that-
god. And then he like banged some girl that he was tattooing like in the bathroom. I was like, what is he doing?
and they're still together. They're still
Yeah.
together. Like,
No.
what a mess.
and it was one of them from Mechanicsburg, which is also really close to where we live over here.
I think that's her. I think that's where
I
she's
think-
from.
Yeah,
Or is it the
blonde-
other one with the Jamaican husband?
Yeah,
No, I
there's
think
two of them, but I get them confused. Yeah,
yeah.
they're both I think blonde. I know the Mechanicsburg girl is blonde.
Yeah, I think that's Ashley. I think she's from Mechanics.
Yeah, that's just not far away from us at all. So
Gotcha.
yeah, isn't that something? They just I wouldn't
Yeah.
stick around with somebody like that. There's no
Right.
way.
Yeah, that was a
Well, you
lot.
married a 20-year-old. What did you expect? You know.
Yeah, and it
True.
seems like he was quite a player in Jamaica. So
Yeah, he said he lost his virginity at 8. I'm like, that's so gross. And
Yeah,
you were like
that's
sexually
disgusting.
molested. That's not losing your virginity. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how's that
Yeah.
possible? That's crazy.
yeah, I don't know.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah, like, ugh. It's like,
Wow.
Yeah, that's
horrible.
That's what, like,
once he said that, I would have just left his ass in Jamaica. Like, bye.
Yeah.
yeah. What that'd be what, like third grade? Is that second
Something
grade?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second,
It's
third,
unreal.
you know, ugh.
Wow.
I don't know.
No, thank you. Nope.
But yeah,
Thank
they're
you for us.
awful. I hate Nicole and Azin. We mentioned them earlier. I just
Yeah,
like,
I hate them too.
so
Oh.
desperate. Like she's just like,
God. She was terrible. Oh,
like you're just so desperate for a man. It's so sad.
Yeah.
And you said like her daughter calling him daddy. I mean, it's
That was just like,
yeah. That
My
her
mother-
daughter is really cute though. That's such a
oh,
pretty
May,
girl.
she's so cute.
yeah.
But Nicole is awful. Ugh.
Yeah, she's trash.
Yeah.
And Asman, that he just lied, one of them lied, the other one would swear that was the truth. It was pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awful.
So bad. Who else? Remember, there was a guy from Baltimore, was Mark, and I can't remember the girl, but she was significantly younger than him. They were really creepy.
Is that the
Mark was in
Filipino
his-
one?
I think she
think
was a
so.
Filipino.
They
But
were
that
on like
was
the
creepy.
earlier season. Yeah, I know. And then like the mom was like against it at the end and didn't go to the wedding. Is that who you're talking
I'm
about?
trying to remember what happened with, because they did end up getting married. He had a daughter who was
From a
older than-
previous relationship. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the one where he was like asking the daughter like if she thought that like the clothes that he bought would fit the
That's-
girl? Okay, I know
Yeah,
what you're
okay,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yep,
He's like, you
yep.
guys are like the same like age. And I was like, no. I was like, just don't do
Yeah.
that.
Oh no, I'm thinking. Oh, now I know who you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about the really old creepy guy.
Yeah.
he must have been like a billionaire or a millionaire.
Ugh.
He had
Oh,
a
yeah,
yacht.
yeah.
He's right in the harbor in Baltimore, and yeah, boy, he was.
Yeah, I was thinking of somebody else at first, but yeah, and he has like and he did a K1 visa like 30 years ago, whatever, and then like
Yeah, and
That's
had
right,
the yeah.
right.
the kids, and then the mom left as soon as she had the kids. She was like, bye.
Right.
Left them with the
Yeah.
kids.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was off. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
never
was
hear anything
creepy.
about him.
Yeah, I haven't
he-
heard anything about them. I haven't seen. I think they're still together, but I haven't seen anything about them.
Yeah, he was a creepy one. He would play the piano, and I don't know that he ever really came out and said that he loved her. He'd say, "I promised I would take care of you," and this, that, and it seemed kind of a little bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I feel like he just paid her to be. He didn't want to like be alone
Probably.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was a creepy situation.
Is it the another one that was similar, but I think they really did love each other was the guy that was a billionaire in like wine. He had something to do with wineries and stuff up in I think up in New England. And his ex-wife is the one that officiated the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, Juliana and I forget
Juliana.
he posted something on Instagram that Big Ed has been hitting her up. Like,
No way.
I saw that on my feed the other day.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Big Ed is on the prowl.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I did
that's
see
not
that
good.
recently. But yeah, they seem like they really, yeah, that was weird with like the ex-wife and stuff. But I guess they just have a close relationship. Their kids are adorable though. Like I love the son. He's just so like, well-spoken for his age. And like,
Yes. Both those kids are just extremely intelligent, well-spoken.
Yeah, they're cute.
And it was kind of funny. I think they were on the self-quarantine. And
Oh yeah, they were.
Okay.
They're all living together right now.
Yeah, they're all together. Her and her new husband. And then, of course, him and his wife, and then the kids.
Yeah. So that way they would have split up the kids during quarantine and stuff.
Boy, isn't that a relationship level to be with your ex?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You don't see that often.
That's extremely rare. Living in the same roof, under the same roof, and boy, that's special. I'll tell you.
Can't knock it, you know.
Yeah.
This show has made me realize like there's so many different levels of like people's relationships. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It really makes you think.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
There was another one. We talked a little bit in the beginning about Chantel and Pedro.
I like them together. Like their families are a mess. But now I'm gonna have to go watch the Family Chantal just to see.
You really need to watch it because there's some good twists and turns in that.
Nice.
It is worth watching the Family Chantel.
Okay.
It really is. It is good. Yeah,
I love how she like. Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I love how she like insults people because she's so like she tries to be so proper. Chantel, she's like, "You are not gonna disrespect me today," and I'm like, "Yeah, girl."
She's like, "Hoe ass, bitch ass, hoe ass."
Oh my gosh! I'll always remember that when she got up walking away and just called her names, ripping her.
That was good.
So funny.
Yeah, they're all a mess, but I like them together though.
I think
I just feel like if she would have told her family from the beginning they were getting married, they would not be in this show.
It would have been a lot different, I think.
Yeah. How about the big fight at the dinner table with River and Pedro?
Oh my God, that was crazy. I was waiting for that. I'm like, y'all let them fight. No, just let them go.
And I think the mom got one of the hair weaves from
she's like, I got her weave.
Yeah, she was swinging around.
Oh my God.
It was just something.
Yeah, her mom pisses me off.
Chantel's mom is psycho.
Yeah. She really pisses me off.
She's a Karen.
I did.
I like the dad, but the mom, she's just ridiculous.
Yeah, her name's Karen, and she is a Karen.
She is a Karen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But Pedro's sister was crazy too. Like I wanted to punch her half the time.
Yeah, I want to fight her too.
This chick.
Yeah, she's awful.
Yeah, there's something a little off with Pedro's mom and sister, and I kind of wonder if they really did arrange the marriage or for him to find an American. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have had like at least like a hope, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, they really kind of get into that in the Family Chantel. They dig in a bit, and it's interesting. And then Chantel's sister Winter, she's in that.
She's dating a foreigner, right, or something.
I don't know if he's a foreigner, but they're in a pretty serious relationship, and there's some twists and turns with that too.
Okay, yeah, so it's like they're like kind of feature. So I guess I'm gonna have to go watch it now.
Yeah, it's only one season, so it's not a
it's only like 8 episodes, right, or something like that.
Yeah, yes, it's pretty good. I'm trying to think who else was memorable. Boy, that Michael
I
and
remember
Angela.
Muhammad, and I don't remember the girl's name, but I remember them because I was like,
Yes,
this girl is
yes,
dumb. I was like,
yes. What's her name? Oh my gosh, I know who you mean. Because I just can picture
Oh,
her.
Danielle. Danielle.
yes,
Danielle.
Danielle and
I hate her.
Muhammad.
I hate
Yes,
both of them with a passion too. Like they're both
they.
awful. Like,
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 3 other girls or like 2 other chicks too? Like after he left
he was like
Danielle.
talking to girls like
Yeah.
on the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just are ridiculous, and like her going after him all the time. Like when she showed up in Miami, like
I was like, this chick is psycho. Like, just
she is crazy. So like I believe him to a degree. I mean, he's a piece of shit too, but like
yeah, no,
like,
they're both
of them.
pieces of shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He just wanted the green card, and that was it. That was pretty
Yep.
obvious.
That's for sure.
Then the other one, the girl that's always on Pillow Talk with her
I was just
female
about to
friend.
Louis. What's her name? I can't think of her name, but like her her ex-husband Luis. I love her voice because she just has like such that high pitch. Oh, Luis.
Yeah,
Oh
Louise.
why
I can't
can't I think
remember
of
her
her
name.
name? I adore her. Him, I hated. But
Yeah. He was
he
the
was
same one.
awful.
The minute he got the green card, he was in the car with his friends gone. Remember that?
Yep.
That was sad because she really cared about him too.
Yeah, I felt bad for her. What the hell is her name?
Well, I can't remember. I
my
can
God.
picture her. I hear her voice.
Yeah, like I said, I love her high pitched voice.
Yeah, and she's got that southern accent to her. And,
she was the one with the 2 daughters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember her name.
I felt bad for her. That's
Right.
a shame. Yeah, she had the older teenage daughter and then the younger daughter.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Boy, that was something. Who else? There's some other good ones.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
I liked Kyriam and that other guy. I just thought Kyriam was adorable from like the first season, I think. She was the one that like tried to do modeling and her like husband was like really tall and like awkward.
Why am I blanking on this?
She was like small and like she went to go and try and do modeling and she had like pretty like green eyes and her like husband was like kind of creeped out about her trying to like become a model.
Yes, and he was there and he was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember them.
Boy, yeah, that brings back some memories. I forgot.
Yeah, that was the very first season, right?
Yeah. I liked her. I just thought that she was super cute and like just like so innocent and I was like, I hope she's okay in this relationship.
Right. Yeah. Now I remember them. Yeah, like the first season was very like calm. There was like really no drama.
There wasn't that much drama.
Right. It was like boring compared to like now.
Yeah.
Season, you know. But yeah, I think all the couples from the first season are still together, which is nice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They were
yeah, and then the show just took a turn for the worse.
Everyone's like, we can get on a show called 90 Day Fiancé, like.
Right.
Yeah. What about the girl that's down in? I don't think it's Colombia, but it's and the guy went down there to marry her, and she doesn't want to get married.
Oh, Evelyn and Rich. No, what's his name?
Evelyn, and I can picture him. He's a taller guy.
Yeah.
And I think he might be Mormon or.
Yeah, I think he is.
What
the hell was his name? Yeah, they're on What Now? Like this season of What Now?
Yeah.
Was he rich? No, he's not rich. What's his name? I don't remember.
Gosh.
We're so bad
I
with
guess
this.
I don't remember that one. There's so many couples though from all the different spin-offs too, so it's so hard.
They run together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the one I hated from Sinjin and I hated the wife, the girlfriend, whatever.
Oh, Tanya.
Tanya, yes, they're on the new season of Happily Ever After. I'm like, oh god.
I think he's so cute, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like her.
Yeah, she's awful. Ugh.
Yeah.
What was the guy that went over to England to see the girl, and the girl had a boyfriend?
Oh, yes.
It was in Paris. So what's her name? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Miriam, and then what's his name? Oh my god, we're so old. Like you forget it.
And I felt so bad for him because he was like all into her.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, that's kind of a like messed up that she didn't say anything.
Exactly.
And
But he's still trying though, which is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He came back to the States, and yeah, I think he's on the new season coming up too.
Is he? I know they were on like quarantined and stuff, but I don't remember. I don't know if they're on the new season coming up.
Because I remember when he told his mother, when he FaceTimed his mother and told him, she's like, she has a what?
Yeah, I like his mom. She was cute.
Yeah.
She was yelling at her at the tell-all.
Yes, she laid into her.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her. That's a shame.
Yeah, he went all the way to Paris and then found out there she had a man. I was like,
yeah.
But I'll tell you what, he handled it probably better than anybody else did. He was very
he's a good dude.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Yep.
Boy, I'm trying to think who other ones really stood out. Boy, David and Annie.
Yeah, I like them a lot. She's such a mess.
Yeah, she's so funny. Remember when they were at the party with David's friend that was always giving him money to kind of keep him going?
Mm-hmm.
And David got drunk and saw the one guy, and the guy just ripped David.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Go.
What he called a penguin, like a Batman penguin looking something on it, and I laughed so hard.
He did say he looked like Penguin. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because he did. He looked like Penguin. It was
Yeah.
so funny. Boy. Yeah, those two are lasting. I like them on Pillow Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the other Pillow Talk, Annie from Dominican, I think she is.
Yeah, and Robert. And she's pregnant now.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is his sixth kid. I'm like, oof.
Yeah, 6 kids to 5 women.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And his brother got more. You remember that when they met the brother and he had like 7 kids with like 8 women or something?
Oh my god.
Unreal.
I was like, it runs in the family, I guess. Like they just sleep around and impregnate people.
Unreal. And Annie, of course, I think she loves him, and I think those two are going to last.
Yeah, they were a mess.
Robert's,
I mean, they're still a mess, but like his kids, the mothers, the grandparents, when they were meeting them, they were like gonna pay her to go back, and like she's a porn star, the grandmother. I'm like, wow, what? Yeah.
The grandmother legit is a porn star, not like an actual porn star. Like, oh, that was
interesting to say the least. That blew my mind.
Yes, that was
whatever works
so
for
funny.
her. She's pretty.
Yeah. And obviously, it's paying the bills for her because she's got.
Yeah, they got money, so.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some good couples.
Yeah,
there is,
I'm really excited for the other way, the one that's starting next week, the new one. Yeah,
it'll be
Jenny
nice.
And whatever, they're back, and I'm looking forward to the first gay couple on there, and.
Yep.
They got some new
I'm gonna
couples.
have to watch that one.
Yeah, because you got to see Jenny's story with what's his name?
I can't remember it.
Was he Simon or something? I don't remember.
So, maybe something to start with an S, and I can't remember. He was
Sumins. I don't know. I can't
Indian man.
Yep.
But boy, those two loved each other, and you kind of felt bad. But his situation was something he needed to tell Jenny long before she moved to India.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I can't believe she's going back out there, but.
Yeah. I felt bad because her daughters and her grandchildren, all that, she was leaving all them to go to India to live with him.
Yeah.
It didn't end well, but maybe it will now.
Yeah, hopefully.
That was some good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, we probably touched on just about everybody that was memorable.
Pretty much, yeah. And we went through everybody on this current season. We have the last episode and then the tell-all. I guess the tell-all will probably be 2. So we'll have 3 episodes.
It looks like the tell-all is, of course, social distancing thing. Where they're gonna
it's on Zoom or whatever thing that they use. Yeah, so they recorded it at the beginning of May. So.
Okay, so it's fresh.
Yeah.
So that could be good.
They recorded it like the first weekend in May or something like that.
Well, and it's just crazy how many spin-off shows this 90-day thing has, whether it's The Other Way or What Now or Self Quarantine and Pillow Talk and The
Mm-hmm.
Family Chantel. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's such a huge franchise. And like
Yeah.
you said, every season more people are tuning in. Like I said, everybody tuned in for Big Ed this season, so hopefully
Oh yeah.
around.
He was a dark horse. He just came out of nowhere and just
You sure did.
boy, I'll tell you,
He took the internet by storm.
he did. Those memes just kill me. Especially
Yeah.
like we were saying when we have friends that don't even watch the show that post them.
Mm-hmm.
There was a meme of Big Ed kind of crying, and it said, "When you tell your mom your project's due tomorrow, or it's 9 p.m. the day before your project's due, and you need construction paper and something else at 9 p.m." It's
Oh
just,
man. Yeah, there's so many good ones.
yeah, it's terrible. Do you ever see on Instagram? There's I don't remember who it is, but there's a guy and a girl that act like Big Ed and Rose, and they say
Yes.
things like them. Isn't that?
Oh my God. Yes, I've seen that. It's hysterical. And
You
they're
got to find them
spot
though, because
on.
it's funny.
Yeah, they do like a recap every episode, and they're just like mocking them or whatever,
They,
like
yeah,
reenacting the scene.
they did Darcy and Thomas too, or Tom.
Oh, did they?
Oh.
That I didn't see.
Yes, they did, because it was when they were at the restaurant, and the guy that was playing Tom sitting there. He said, "Darcy, I hope you can find someone that loves me as much as I love myself," or something. It was so spot on.
Oh
It
my
was,
God. Crazy.
it's great. Those videos are so funny.
Oh, one couple we didn't talk about from the last season of 90 Day Fiance. Can't remember their names, but the bees, the one they were like both beekeepers, and the guy
Oh,
Yes.
he didn't tell his family about the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they're all talking about it in front of the kid.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was sad.
Yeah,
Those
they
poor
were such a
kids.
mess.
That's another one that involving those kids. And the one kid, the older one, I think didn't come to the wedding or anything.
Yep.
He was completely out.
Yep.
That's
I
how.
don't blame them.
No, that's sad.
Yeah.
But the beekeepers, yeah, no, they were truly in love, and that was sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
But
awful.
but once again, they should have been honest with their families. Or it's crazy. Like for us, I mean, I don't, as in America, the culture, like in Africa, like what your mother says and your father weighs
Mm-hmm.
so heavily on whether you can get married or what your older brother says.
Exactly.
And the same thing here in Turkey. If your family disapproves, that's the end of it. All bets are off.
Mm-hmm. And that's why he didn't want the kids and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know.
It's just the family weighs so
Mm-hmm.
heavy. But boy, yeah, that they ended up getting married in, like within the last hour they had for the visa before it expired.
Yeah, that was
That was
crazy.
it was crazy. It was some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was tough when she was heartbroken and he was so upset.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and of course they had such a with the language such a barrier too. It did not help.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were a good couple.
Yeah. Entertaining to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, I'll tell you. Oh man, anything else we need to talk about?
Nope.
Well,
I think we've hit everything. We just got to see how everything wraps up now. As I said, I think there's one episode left and then the tell-all. So
yeah,
that tell-all is going to be good.
oh, I
All
can't
hate
wait.
each other now. I feel like.
The fireworks, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I love it. We'll have
I'm gonna have to catch up before it comes out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah, you got a lot of catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long's your road trip tomorrow? A few hours?
6 hours.
Nice.
There you go. There
you go.
Yeah, you'll be good.
I should get through it relatively quickly.
Yes, absolutely. So where are you heading on your road trip?
I'm going to Tucson.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a wrestling show out there. I think it's like a super small one. So I'm not on it because I'm injured, but I was just going to go kind of say hi and get out before, back to reality. It's we're opening everything up in our state next week. So.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Now, how are in New York? I know things are pretty rough with opening up, and what's it like there?
I mean, it's been all right. I saw today that they announced that they're going to try to start doing phase one for New York City now, starting June 8th. So we'll see how that goes. And I mean, but my area hasn't been bad. I mean, people are out and stuff, but
Yeah.
um,
And let's be honest, New Yorkers, I mean, they've been through everything. This is just
yeah,
another notch in the belt. It's not going
for
to slow
real.
them down. Yeah,
Nope.
probably most resilient group of people around New Yorkers.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, here in PA we have we have a Democratic governor, so I mean, it's a lot of political carrying on with as it is anywhere.
Hmm.
Uh, the people that want to open are mostly Republicans, and
Yeah.
we have different counties, and the counties, some of them are going, they're in the red, and then they go to yellow, then green. Where I'm at, and I think the rest of the three count guys, we're all in a heading to the yellow phase next week. So the next
Mhm.
step would be green. So
Gotcha.
that's a process. But
Yeah.
boy, I tell you, I've missed the wrestling. Of course, the three count guys, we try to go to as many indie shows around here as we can. But you guys actually being on the cards, I can't imagine how much you're missing that right now.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really hard. So I'm like happy that at least I can go out and be around a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, a never a good time to have an injury. But if you're going to have an injury during a pandemic,
I was just about to
when you
say
can't,
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're not missing really
eh,
shows, so
yeah,
it's a good time to
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
You're not missing out on a lot.
So that's looking on the positive side. But
Yeah.
now in indie wrestling, I don't know if you want to talk wrestling real quick. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but um, the indie scene out west is it still? I imagine pretty big out there in the like Albuquerque area.
Well, in New Mexico, we don't have any wrestling at all. Like there hasn't been a show in a year, like over a year. And the promotion that was running here only does them once like a season. So me and a lot of like the people that train out here, we have to go to Arizona or Colorado or Texas.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Texas is a huge wrestling state for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arizona is getting a lot of bigger like companies too, and people are like going there more because championship wrestling from Arizona is out there. So
Okay, now and I'm a little bit ignorant, but a lot of Indian reservations, I'm sure out that people are the same with the Indians were.
I know that like a last year or 2 years ago, there's a tag team that's like they're Indians, so they had like a thing at one of the powwows that they did, and it went over
Okay,
pretty well. But it's just kind of hard to put on a show here in general because of like we have an athletic commission, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Same
they're
in
Yeah,
New
pretty
York.
strict.
Same in New York. That's why everybody
Yeah,
runs to Jersey.
yeah, New York's
yeah,
kind of notorious for their athletic commission.
Yeah.
We here in Pennsylvania, I don't hear too much about it, but Maryland, which is very close to where we're at in the southern Pennsylvania, the Maryland Athletic Commission, you hear a lot about that, and you guys might be familiar with Maryland Championship Wrestling. They've actually turned out quite a few stars.
Yeah.
Their shows are within about an hour drive for us to get out and catch them, and they're usually very good. But yeah, Maryland's pretty strict.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good stuff. Um, anything else anybody want to touch on? We should probably get wrapped up here. I know the West Coast is not so bad, but it's probably close to 11 here on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's 11:15. Yep.
Is it really? We went that long? Oh my gosh.
Right? Yeah.
I honestly could talk to anybody about 90 Day Fiance, obviously for hours.
Yeah.
And it just flies by,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
one
if
of
you
the.
round two after like the final tell-all, we could discuss what's happened in the last
yeah.
couple of episodes.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
was
caught
thinking
up.
that.
So
Yeah.
Please
Well,
catch up so we
and
don't get spoilers.
we don't have to take over 2 hours. We could do like a 30-minute session or something. But yeah,
I'd
that would be
down for
fun.
that.
Yeah, we can get everybody caught up, and then maybe once the new season gets going here, we can probably get together and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
if
new
there's anyone
seasons are
else that
starting
wants
right
to.
away, so like I love it. It's back to back to back, like
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, which that's nice. That's what we need right now to kind of get our mind off of things with the
right,
pandemic.
exactly.
But that's great. Oh, good stuff. I could hear there's a heck of a storm coming through here all day. I can hear it through my headphones. We're getting some
Yeah,
rain
we're
here
gonna get
tonight.
some rain here too in New York. It rained a little bit earlier, and then I think we're gonna get some storms overnight too. So
Yeah, we had severe thunderstorm warning, which is whatever.
yeah,
But probably a bigger deal out in the New Mexico area. You probably don't get as much rain.
No, and where I'm going is like 100 degrees. So I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, it's really hot out there.
Yeah, the humidity here is what gets us. New York's probably the same.
Mm-hmm.
Very humid. Yeah, not fun.
Yeah.
And of course, Pennsylvania, we got so many trees. We get the pollen and the allergies and all that is terrible this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, very good. You got anything else? I think we're good. We're caught up, and we'll definitely do it again. And we'll keep in touch here.
Sounds good.
And maybe we'll find somebody else. Or if you get a friend booked to we can bring them in next time too. The more the
Sounds
merrier.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
That would be great. Very good. Hey, thank you so much. I really look forward to this, and I'm glad we were able to get together. And thank you for your time. I know you guys are busy, and it was kind of for 3 Count Thursday. It's usually wrestling related, so we're kind of branching out here with this. So this is the first of its kind. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun.
Oh, it was great. And I don't know if Matt's he's on there, but he looks like he's muted.
Yeah, I think he has like the camera turned off and stuff.
Yeah,
You gotta make him start watching.
Yeah, he needs to. Matt's he's got his hands full. Him and his wife have a new. Well, she's not so much a newborn anymore, maybe about 8 or 9 months, but she's adorable. If you follow him on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, his little girl's
Yeah, she is cute. I've seen them post pictures and stuff. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, he can squeeze some time in between taking care of the baby and working and whatever to catch it. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
But all right, very good. Well, I'll kind of message Matt here and tell him we're wrapped up. And I guess maybe it just ends when we hit end here on Zoom. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can end you can exit out yourself, and then he can't close because I guess he's the one doing the recording, so he'll have to end the recording. Yeah. But you can just jump off.
Poor Matt, if he has to sit through 2 hours and 15 minutes of a show that he knows nothing about, I feel bad for him if he goes through and edits or whatever. But it's all good. Oh, and Gypsy, I listened to your interview with Matt the other week, and it was some really good stuff. Yeah, I did.
Off guard with some of those questions.
Yeah, they tend to. We don't try to pull any punches or any surprises or anything, but yeah, sometimes the questions you can kind of tell aren't something that people are expecting. We try to be a little different.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
So, very good. Well, it was, like I said, very nice to meet both of you, and I'll look for you on social networking. We'll keep in touch for sure. We can talk about 90 Day Fiancé, and yeah, it'll be a good time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. You guys have a good night. Be safe. Safe travels tomorrow.
Thanks.
Good luck with everything in New York.
Wishing you a speedy recovery so you can get back in the ring once wrestling is fully back.
Yeah.
Yes, I look forward to seeing both you guys back in the ring, and yeah, maybe we'll catch you down at ACW one of these times. Hopefully they'll be back up and running. Hopefully by another month or two, maybe.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll see. You gotta take it slow a little bit. It sucks, but
yeah, it's for the best. So
agreed.
But all right, very good. We'll do this again. It'll be fun.
Sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Good night, guys. Thank you.